going on now? Hey there, Munchie Mafia. Welcome. It is a blustery, cold, wet Sunday evening in Western Washington. And unfortunately, we're about ready to experience round 2 of more flooding, particularly in the valley. We're not sure exactly how that's going to affect us up here on the plateau, but water travels downhill, right? It's going to be a mess for me tomorrow when I go to leave for work. I just know it. Anyhow, this is a double feature tonight. It's meal prepping with Sivi. And tonight we're making chili and pot roast. Of course, pot roast takes about 4 to 6 hours. This is not a 4 to 6 hour live, so I'm going to show you how to put it together. We're going to put it in the oven and I'll video it later. So you'll have to come back later to see the end result. But anyway, let's get to it.
There is a cozy little kitchen in a century-years-old farmhouse deep in the shadows of Mount Rainier. The kitchen which weaves a little magic over her cast iron pot upon her stove. She whispers her spell into the universe as her pot bubbles over, spilling the brew. This is where the Munchie Mafia meets. On YouTube every Sunday night for an hour of magic, mischief, and whimsy, cooking up food to soothe the restless soul. Go get yourself a drink, get some tasty snacks. There is still time to go party as we get this stream started. Townspeople think Sivi is a little strange, a bit spooky and a whole lot of crazy. But she pays no mind to the subdued whispers as she passes by with her ginger familiar following close behind. A little dash of love here, a tiny pinch of passion there, with a stirry stir of the wooden spoon. She mixes flavors that delights the soul. Like and subscribe to Munchie Mafia official and gently quandle that little bell icon. You may or may not receive notifications. YouTube features are so bipolar. Oh, whiskey whistle.
All right. So the valley down by the jail where I used to work is actually under evacuation. It's a level 4 go now. So it is what it is. I can only just try not to stress out over it. It's not going to be a fun drive to work tomorrow. That's for sure. So the pfh collab is Lori's Preppin' for Heaven collab. I was supposed to have done this a little while ago, just didn't have much time to be able to do that with everything else going on. So we're actually doing it tonight, but we're doing a double feature. We're making chili and cornbread. That's part of the pfh collab. Lori was a YouTuber, and she really enjoyed watching other people cook, and she had this really, really awesome personality. She I mean, how do you describe it? She was always positive and upbeat, and just genuinely loved everybody. So this one's for Lori. And let's see here. We're also making pot roast. And let's see who's in the house right now. We got YouTube Police, Belt Loop 29. Greg Johnson is also here. Tiffany as well. Hello, hello. And let's see here. We got Damoose and Tiger's here as well. And just keep going down the list. Ace, howdy. Howdy, 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 Ace, howdy. Brandon of Palm Beach is driving. Please be safe. No distracted driving, Brandon. Mama Ophia. And Mishi is also here as well. And Tuber Chat, hey Kevin. Bulldogs is here. Hey Bulldogs. Good to see you again. We've been all over the YouTube streets all day long, and we just keep bumping into each other. Kind of like when you go to the grocery store and you notice one of your neighbors, and you go down an aisle, and then you go down another aisle, and there they are again, and you just keep bumping into them. And Double Dog, oorah! Hello, Double Dog. And Dez is here. Hello, Dez. And I think I got everybody so far. We got 18 people right now. If I missed you, I'm sorry. If you're lurking, say hi. Everybody's friendly here. We're a community. All right. First off, since the pot roast is going to take the longest amount of time, I'm going to show you how I do things. I'm not fond of carrots. I hate carrots with a bloody passion, unless it's in carrot cake, because fat kid. We got carrots, and you can't deny that carrots do lend a certain flavor to foods. So I cut them in a bias. We also have julienne onions, and we also have some celery. It's the basic mirepoix in French cooking. So we're going to take these over to the stove real quick and put these over here. We're going to get our pan preheated. Oh, and we can't forget the smoked garlic as well. Okay. Now we need to get the pot roast, and we need to get our bowl. So we have a bowl. Scoochie those over without dumping them off the counter, like my hopes and dreams last week, and also poor Mr. Quackers McPeels the first took a flying run at the floor and sadly did not make it, but we have his stunt double. Thank God. All right. So, did I say Tiffany? Did I say hi to Tiffany? Hi, Tiffany. Just in case I didn't say hi. I'm a little scatterbrained today. It's not been a very good weekend. With all the flooding that was happening over the course of the week, just not a lot of sleep, and then bunch of drama at work woke my sorry ass up way too damned early. I wanted to sleep in. We also had a very long drive to a Christmas party on Friday. Company Christmas party for Timmy and Tom's company. Whoops. Oh my God, puppy, please. So things have just been a little rough. All right. We want a little bit of flour. Not a lot. We want to dredge it. Set that aside. Gonna get a big handful of salt. Throw that right into the bowl. Get some gloves because I don't like touching things. It's OCD. It's an OCD thing. And yes, I really do have OCD. All right. Black pepper. This could take forever. Oh no! I'm out. Okay, got to refill that. Alrighty, now we're gonna just dredge this and kick up a whole lot of flour because we really need a lot of flour dust all over the house. All right, so just find the flour, roll it in flour to find the wet spot. Oh, all right. We're just going to dredge this. All right, now that it's dredged, we're going to get the olive oil and put it in the pan. We're also going to spread some over this roaster pan. Oven has been preheated. This is actually dinner for tomorrow and the next day, or at least a different option. All right. We got some sizzle going on. Probably not enough oil, but we're going to give it a whirl. We're going to just drop this bad boy right on in there. Dump the flour out because you cannot reuse that. Don't reuse it. Bad juju if you do that. All right. Put that right up there. And I'm going to get tongs. So I hope everybody's doing okay. Otherwise, the waters have subsided quite a bit, but who knows with this next new storm front. It's supposed to be dumping a whole lot of heavy rain. Yeah, exactly, Mishy. You are not cooking if there isn't stuff flying everywhere. Yes, including squirrels. So. And never dump flour down the sink. That's right. I dumped it in the trash can. However, you can dump a little tiny bit down the sink. Not that big of a deal, but as long as it's not in a bunch of grease. It's one good way to get rid of grease instead of like bacon fat if you're not planning on using it, or any kind of animal fat. You just throw some flour in there and mix it up until it's pretty much. Yeah, no, YouTube police, I'm not twerking. I can't, actually, because I had back surgery and my back is all messed up. I have really very little movement. That's why I kind of walk with a little bit of a limp. Kind of walk like a Neanderthal, too. And I have no curvature to my spine. All right. We're going to just keep going at that. Anyway, back to the flour. If you have animal fat that you have to throw in, that you have to get rid of, don't dump your animal fat down the drain. Just add some flour to it until you've gotten a very thick paste. Those things are disgusting, Timmy. I can't believe you just stuck that in your mouth. You just mix it together and just let it cool off and then dump it in your trash can. Or what you could do is you could take birdseed and you can mix it together with some birdseed and a little bit of flour make a suet to put out in your bird feeders in the wintertime. Not in the summer because it'll just melt and make a mess all over everywhere. So, hey Katie. So I've got this can of Pringles. I think they're pizza flavored Pringles, and they've been sitting over there for, I don't know, a few months or so. Huh?
They're not stale.
Well, of course they're not stale. They're not real potato chips. So he's over there munching away on those. All right. So get some browning happening over here on this side. Not as much browning as I would like, but I didn't bring out the cast iron because I'm actually using the cast iron for something else. All right. So this is probably overkill, but that's the smallest roaster pan that I've got. Timmy is eating Pringles. It's part of one of our mystery wheel of misfortunes. All right. So back to this. This cut of meat, this is what pisses me off about the grocery prices. I had a really nice chuck roast in my hands and then realized I ain't paying $58 for that. This one was just under $45. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to save $5, but this is going to be nicer because I actually like the marbling on this one better. But I cannot believe how expensive meat prices are becoming. Now, pot roast, if you're looking for something that's more budget friendly, or if you don't eat red meat but you eat pork, you can definitely do a pork pot roast. It's all up to you. And also, as far as beef goes, if you're not into beef, you can definitely make chicken chili, or pork chili, or chicken and pork by using ground. If you're looking for a budget friendly. All right, I'm going to put that in there. Now what we're going to use is some Mac and Jacks. We're not going to use all of this. Mac and Jacks, this is beer. To deglaze the pan and make a mess all over the stove. What? You put beer in your pot roast? Yes, I do. I do. Okay, so now we're going to take the celery and the onions. And I don't know, I'm just going to throw the carrots in there. Just throw the carrots right into the pan. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them underneath the roast. There we go. It doesn't have to be perfect, just has to be under. Okay, prop it up off there. Okay, there's that. Jack up the temperature on that a little bit. What?
Gary and Eddie.
Gary and Eddie? What are Gary and Eddie doing? And I freely admit that Gary is taller than I am. Not by much, mind you. Yeah. Oil or old pizza flavored Pringles. Yeah. That's what I thought. They were the pizza flavored ones. They're really not stale. Can I have one? Can I try one? I want to make sure that I don't like them.
You were eating them.
Huh?
I don't eat that crap normally.
Yeah, I don't like those. All right. Back to this. Stir, stir. And we're going to put some thyme. A little bit of sage. Sage isn't just for poultry, mind you. And throw a couple bay leaves in there. A little bit of smoked paprika. Not a lot, just a smidgen. It's a kind of a middle of the road. It's not really a dark. It's not really a light. It's an amber. Mac and Jack's African Amber Ale, which it's not bad. It's a little on the bitter side, which lends well to beef. That's why I like to use it. Okay, so there's that. And now we're going to take some beef broth. Add it on in there. Just like so. And as soon as I find it, I think that's it. Nope, that's not it. Yep, that's it. San Marzano tomatoes. So Hunt's has San Marzano whole peeled tomatoes. So we're going to use that. And we're going to just pour that over the top, just like so. Throw that in the recycle bin. Try to find my Italian seasoning, because we need Italian seasoning. Always go a little heavy on your seasonings. A little bit more salt. Now we're going to just take this and we're just going to pour it over the top. Just like so. All right. Just kind of just get all those flavors in there. Just like so. It's going to make a beautiful jus, but we do not want to add our potatoes just yet. These are just some baby potatoes. We're going to add this after about 3 hours because we don't want them to overcook, but we want them to have the flavor come through. Oh, I had more celery. So now we're going to just drop the rest of that in there. And then what we're also going to drop in here later is going to be some lima beans and some green peas. So let's get that out of the way for right now. We're going to get some gloves because I don't want my fingers to smell like garlic for the rest of the night. All right. See, one of the things that I love about smoked garlic is that, this was just pulled out of the freezer like 10 minutes before the live. It's already softened. So there's one. And you just mash it with your fingers and just drop it in. But we're not just going to put one in there. We're going to put a whole bunch in there. Not all of it. Now, if you really like a lot of it, go for it. It's your pot roast, right? So at 350 degrees, this should take approximately 4 hours. What I like to do is just check on it periodically. And if the liquid has reduced, then just add a little bit more. Just add as you go. That's 2 large cloves. Let's grab a third one. And, it's nice and soft. Just came out of the freezer. So it's not difficult to work with at all. It's actually a lot easier to work with. So I'm going to come back over here instead of having to swing around back and forth and back and forth. So, more garlic. And if you do have a smoker, definitely give this a whirl. Anytime you're doing something with your smoker, just throw a whole bunch of garlic on the top shelf. Depending on what you're smoking, you may put it in at a later time or start it off, but then you're going to have to go back in a couple hours to retrieve them, or else they're going to get overcooked and they're not going to get over smoked. They're just going to turn really bitter. All right, so there we go. That's quite a lot of garlic. Now, do I have a question? Can this be done in a crock pot? Yes, absolutely. It's going to take a lot longer. You're looking at probably about 10 hours for this, but you definitely can. I just don't have 10 hours. And just make sure that you get, a chunk of meat that's going to actually fit. But you do want to start it out. Give it a little bit of browning. That's why some of these newer crock pots, they're like the 10-in-1s. You can definitely do all of that all in one thing. I know I have one of those Chef IQ ones on my Christmas wish list. Maybe Santa will feel sorry for me and get me one so I can retire my other 2 crock pots. They're just standard run-of-the-mill crock pots. Okay, so we've got that going. Now, pop the oven door, stick it in the oven, and forget it for about 3 hours or about 2 hours. And then you're going to check it and check it and check it and check it to check the water levels, okay? Let me get rid of all this nonsense. Okay. Next, we've got hey, Budget Bonsai. Hey, Elfish. Haven't seen you all in a while. Welcome. Okay, next, what we have is our big pot. And I already used this pot earlier to cook off the beans. We're going to get this oiled up. We're going to talk about chili. Do you put beans in your chili? Do you put tomatoes in your chili? Hey, Teresa. Welcome. That's the question. With or without beans? With or without tomato? Yes to both? No, I did not.
No, but I do have some of the envelopes addressed, and I'm working on it.
Yeah, Timmy's working on it.
So hopefully they will go out this week.
So anyway, hope that explains things. So this is chocolate. Yes, I put chocolate in mine. Abuelita. In a little yellow box. Here, you guys can stare at that for a little while. It's also delicious. All right, we got a lot of movement in our pan. I didn't think this through properly. We're going to take our onion. This is diced onion. Got a light dusting of chocolate on it because I wasn't thinking. You know what bad could happen. Okay. All sorts of bad can happen. Use my best judgment. I don't always have the best judgment. All right, some of the other things that goes in my chili. Diced jalapeno, chipotle pepper in adobo sauce, chocolate, diced tomato, tomato sauce, and we got 3 pounds of 93% lean. And again, if you can't afford ground beef or don't eat ground beef, you can definitely use chicken or turkey, pork, or some sort of meat substitute. If you're going to look for a vegetarian meat substitute, what I highly recommend is a brand called Quorn, Quorn. They've got this ground beef type of mixture that's actually to die for. Texture is just like beef. Actually tastes quite a lot like beef, but it's not beef. It's plant-based. All right. Got my spurtle. And come right on over here. I know you can't really see my ass because there's a Christmas tree in the way. No twerking here, man. No twerking. Sorry, I don't twerk. All right. You can also use pulled pork or pulled chicken. Use shredded beef. You can use all sorts of things. It's whatever and however you want to make it. I'm just showing you the basics. We want to ground or get our ground beef browned. Can I have a soda too?
Mm-hmm. What would you like?
A 7-Up. All right. And then also, the other thing is there's all sorts of different flavors of, or different types of beans. You can use black beans, you can use red beans, pintos, white beans, combination. You can use those 7-bean or 10-bean chili beans mixture. All right. As far as dry seasonings, what's known as the dump, what I use is ground cumin. And I go pretty aggressive with that because I love the flavor of it. Of course, chili powder. Smoked paprika. Ground ancho chili. Ground coriander. I don't go very heavy on the coriander. Just enough to say, hello, there's coriander in here. And however much cayenne. And New Mexico chili powder. Just a little smidge of that. Now, I'm just going to mix that together in with the meat. I don't drain my ground beef, by the way. Because I want all that in there. Okay. And once when this is all browned, then we can go ahead and add the garlic to it. I like to use the smoked garlic just because I like the flavor in other chilies you would want to use, like dehydrated or granulated. I wouldn't use chili powder. Oh my gosh. That's where that went. All right. Yes. Yes. Cilantro seeds ground up. We are going to put some cilantro paste in there, though. So I prefer to have the paste itself. Now, the reason why we put the garlic toward the end when we're browning stuff is so that it does not burn. Because if it burns, your dish is done for. It's just done. Done, 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 done. So, just get this all peeled up. And ready for the party. Hey, Stephen and Jacqueline, welcome. Another friendly face that we saw on the YouTube streets pretty much all day today. Procrastinated the day away. All right, here we go. One last one. Makes it easier to peel too, by the way, when they're smoked and then frozen. All right. Give us a stirry stir, see where we're at. Smelling quite good. I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of salt. Almost smells like taco seasoning. No, there's no such thing as playing too much, Gary. I mean, we're at that age where playing is not such a bad thing. Okay, there we have that. Now, it's getting there. It's getting there. We got the chipotle and adobo sauce. And of course the jalapenos, but we don't want the juice. So we're gonna just stick the lid back on top, drain the juice out. All right, about as dry as it's gonna get. All right, go back over here, give it one final stirry stir, check it out, see where it is. And yes, it's a little hard to see. Maybe if I turn the fan on, maybe I'll turn down to like a 2. There we go. Smells quite tasty. All right, there's that. Now we can dump the jalapeno and dump the chipotle in there. There we go. Just give it a mashy mash. And now let's get our garlic. We're just gonna mash it up with our fingers. Drop it in there. See how easy that is? This also works great as a spread for your hamburger buns when you're doing barbecues. When you've got your cookout going on with your family and friends, smoke up some garlic. And then just get some butter to Get some butter softened, add it to it, add your spices. You can even add other things to it, some herbs, and then roll it up into some plastic wrap and put it in the fridge until it hardens. You got a really nice steak butter, some smoky goodness. All right, there we have that. Now, I'm going to deglaze pan with some beer. I know, right? All about that beer today. All right. Hey, Daddy Dutch. Welcome. We're making chili. This is for the Prepping for Heaven collab put on by Whistle Stop Homestead in memory of Lori. Prepping for Heaven. He passed away a couple months ago.
And Leonard Mountain Homestead.
What's that?
Leonard Mountain Homestead. Amy.
That's Amy. Oh yeah, Amy's also done it too.
Leonard Mountain.
I think Ace Howdy did one too. Didn't you? Didn't you do one, Ace? Welcome home, Brandon. Glad that you got home safe. All right, add a little bit more beer to that. We're just gonna give it all the beer. All right, we have it. And put that in the recycling. Wait, so where did I put it? I'm missing something. Beef broth? I didn't use it all, did I? I did, didn't I? All right, we're gonna give it some beef broth. Only half of that. And we got 1 pound of pinto beans. It's already been cooked. And it's just a basic cook on those. Just water, salt, and a couple bay leaves. So now we got 4 bay leaves in there. Let them do their thing. Let's get rid of this. Get a little chunk of chocolate. All right. Half of a thing of chocolate. Just throw it right on in there. It's half of a puck or more or none at all. All right, 1 can of diced tomatoes with the liquid. Right on in there. And 1 can of tomato sauce. Right on in there. All right. Now we're just going to give this a stirry stir. We're just going to let this settle down and do its thing for a little bit. Going to give it some cilantro paste. Give it a healthy squiz. Not a lot. Just enough to say, hello, I'm here. You can also put some Mexican oregano in there, which I do believe I have. Yes, I do. Of course I do. Ooh, I got merkin in there. Oh, I got chili arbol. Put a little bit of arbol in there too. Not a lot. It's my secret stash. All right, here we go. Alrighty, Roo. Let me get some of this stuff out of my way. Dump the rest of that in there. There we go. Just going to take this over there. Tidy up my mess a little bit. So, oops, no, I need that. I don't need this. I don't need that anymore. There it goes. Alrighty. Did we see what move? What moved? Just gonna give it a little light taste. Just to see if it needs anything, like more salt. Ooh, that one's gonna be a creeper. Not a bad creeper. All right. Alrighty. Let's see how everybody's doing. How y'all doing? Doing okay? That Shirley Temple 7-Up is next to impossible to find, but oh dear, it is so good. It is so good. Alrighty, so we need some cornbread. Yes, I use mix. You know why I use mix? Because this doesn't ever fail me, ever, 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 and it's damn delicious. This is the only brand that I use. And of course, I need something to open it. This is overkill. No, that's not the Muppet Swedish Chef on the back counter. This is, I used to, okay, story time. Used to work as an executive chef for a bowling alley, and I had one of the world's dumbest line cooks ever. And one day, he almost killed me by leaving a clear plastic Lexan lid for this big full-size container, right? And it's made out of this kind of plastic that's on top of this box. Okay, that's how clear it was. But on a tile floor, the terracotta red tile floor, you can't tell if there's something on there if you're in a freaking hurry. So I was racing to get to the cooler to get something real quick, and I didn't see it on the floor, and I slipped and fell. The thing skated out from underneath me, and I fell on my back, and I hurt myself. And so that was probably the last time that I actually said to him, what do I need to do to explain workplace safety to you? Do I need to bring in the Crayolas and hand puppets? Cue the hand puppet. This is why this hand puppet exists. It is an actual hand puppet of a chef. And so it used to sit on an empty wine bottle in the kitchen as a reminder to think before you do anything. Okay? He ended up, COVID happened, and then he ended up leaving, but he was dumb as a post. So that's why that exists. We never really named the chef. We just called it My Little Chef. All right, Marie Callender's and 1.5 cup of water. Just makes life easier to just use this stuff because it never does me dirty. And it's convenient. Oh my God, Brandon, I can't even. I mean, this kid was dumb and could never understand any of his labels on anything. And he would do the dumbest things. And one time he said, I caught him washing his hands in the Sandy bucket after handling raw chicken. He goes, "Oh, a chef told me that this was sanitary." I said, "Well, I'm a chef and I'm telling you, no, that's not sanitary. Go over there, get yourself a brand new bucket after you've washed your hands. Run that through the dishwasher and get a new bucket. Don't ever let me see you do that again. I don't ever want to see that again. Stop it." You know, and it's like stupid stuff like that. A lot of stupid little things that even a toddler would know not to do in a kitchen, right? All right. So that is really hot. I don't want to burn my hand because if I lay it on this counter, I know that I'm going to come along and I'm going to slap my hand down on the counter and it's going to be hot. All right, so we have a hot ass mother freaking cast iron and a stick of butter. All right. So I always keep my cast iron in the oven, and I always preheat them before doing anything with them, just for the simple sake of, you know, it just makes life so much easier. One of my little things that I learned from my dad was put your cast iron in the oven, leave them there. When you need to use them, just pull it out and put it right on the stove. It's already preheated. You don't have to sit there and wait forever for it to heat up. All right. So there we have that. It's our cornbread. And throw that right on in there. Okay. Pick this up. Get it out of the way. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. Right, Timmy's like FML. I'm going to be doing a lot of dishes tomorrow. I just know it. Yes, you are, Timmy. Yes, you are. All right. I used to have those too, Katie, but I don't know what happened to them. Those little corn cast irons. But, you know, those are something that's a common find at the thrift store. Every time I go to the thrift store, I see them. At least two, and they're probably the same two because nobody wants them. But keep meaning to go and get them because that would be kind of cool to have another set of those. Get rid of this. All right, see how everybody's doing. Oh, that's okay, desert living. You don't have to. Let's see here. The oven vents need to be cleaned. My oven vents? Oh, yeah. Go Gingy, go Gingy, go Gingy. Yeah. She dances.
Laugh track.
Laugh track. Tim is employee of the year. Okay. Let's give this a stir just to make sure that everything has not settled to the bottom and is burning. Now that these flavors have been able to sit there and do their thing a little bit. Give it a tasty taste. That was lovely. And it's not spicy. It's not horribly spicy, Timmy. Look, I'm not going to kill you today. Now, some of the other things that you can add is fire roasted corn, smoked corn. You can even add white hominy to it. It's up to you. It's your chili, right? I don't think Timmy would like it if I threw hominy in there. Although he did eat the mystery wheel. He ate off the mystery wheel last week, by the way. And he actually ate all of his food. Maybe he was just starving and didn't want to wait for DoorDash. But he actually ate off of it. Can roast corn on Katie's pan. Yeah, probably can. Yes, that was Katie, that was Latoria's laugh. I was trying to summon her. Yeah. Trying to summon her. I need to make a little label, the Latoria summoning button. So next week I'm looking at the comic book is going to the second episode is going to be coming out. But here's a question to y'all. Of course, these are all storyboards that's kind of rough around the edges. So I would have to go and clean them up considerably. How would y'all feel about seeing them in print? Seeing this comic in print? Would y'all like to see that? Of course, it wouldn't have all the cool music. But, it could be neat. Yeah, and once when we hit our monetization numbers on this channel, then we can then we'll have a drawing with some of the comics and a couple other drawing items, some prizes. We're quite a ways away yet. We still need 1,400 watch hours to hit 3,000. Can't tell when this is moving. I think it's so funny. All right. So the chili is going. We got some bubbling happening right now. I do want some more. Oh my God, why? Oh no. I just drowned my banana lamp. Oh my God. All right. So the little spinning whirly thing, the plate spinner, I haven't brought mine out in a while. I think it's sitting on my desk waiting to be charged. But anyhow, we gifted one of those to She Cooks and Roasts because she was like she was so infatuated with my plate spinner that I used to have, spinning on the table all the time. And so we gifted her one, and she melted the thing. She melted it. She melted. She's got one of those glass top cook stoves, and didn't realize that she had caught her apron string in the knob and turned on the stove and cooked her plate spinner. And so I have a tower of little containers sitting over here, but I drained out the jalapeno juice, and it just spilled all over the place. And hopefully my lamp isn't broken. But we have this running joke about who can kill kitchen props, electronics, and kitchen gadgets. Who can kill the most in a year? It does smell good. It does smell good, Tiger. It really smells awesome. You know, Brandon, I had that same line cook left a cutting board on top of the star burners on the stove, and it melted the cutting board. It was the same. I mean, I could probably tell you like a gazillion things that this guy has done. I'm going to add just a little bit more cumin to it. Just a smidge more. Oh, hell, why not? Twizzler tequila. Just give it a little splash. Why? But why, Sivi, did you do that? Because we got to pay homage to the Twizzler gods, okay? So we're going to put a little bit of the Twizzler juice in there. The tequila Twizzler juice. And please, everybody, if you get a chance, go and check out everybody's channels as our wonderful mods post their channels up. Go show them some love. Let's really build the hell out of this community. You know, we're on a good roll right now. Got lots of fantastic other creators in here. There's enough love in all of us to pass it around a little bit here and there and here and there. A little bit more cilantro. Timmy's like, stop with the cilantro already. I don't want my food tasting like soap. Anyway. Can't see my cornbread. I have a pot roast in the oven. It's in my way. It's still wet in the middle. It's starting to seize up on the sides, though. Cilantro is delicious. It is. It is definitely delicious, Katie. I just love it. Hearty bowl of chicken soup, but making turkey chili tomorrow, so this is just in time. Fantastic, Mishi. I hope you're going to make a video of that. Are you going to use shredded, or are you going to use ground turkey? And is it a white chicken chili, green chicken chili, or white turkey chili, green turkey chili, or a red turkey chili? I've never been able to make turkey chili taste good. So I'm going to have to definitely keep an eye on that. If you're gonna make a video, I'm definitely gonna watch it at least a couple times because I don't know, it always falls flat. Yes, Brandon, 1 in 20 people taste cilantro as soap. Just like for me, allspice. For some strange reason, to me, it tastes like burnt wiring. I don't know why. Like melted plastic. Cooking with Twizzler juice, yeah. Oh, goodness gracious. That's funny, Brandon, but no, it's Munchie Mafia. It'll always be Munchie Mafia. Hello, sifting some soil. All right. So what do y'all want to see cooked for next week? Anybody have any wants, requests for anything special that you'd like to learn how to cook or learn how I make it? All right. Not tripe tiger. Timmy will hate me if I do that.
We did try.
We did do tripe. That was the Twizzler episode. Needs more salt. Oh my God. It was really delightful. All right. Sit for a little bit. Finger foods for parties. Christmas-oriented cooking. Yes, I was actually planning on trying to redo the 12 Days of Christmas cookies, but the 12 Days of Christmas is actually Christmas in 12 days past. So that would be like after Christmas sort of thing. After Christmas cookies. Teach you how to make pies. Like what kind of pies? And of course I can bake. I'm actually quite an accomplished baker. Chocolate chip cookies. All right, chocolate chip cookies. Meatloaf. Chocolate chip cookies. Party food. All right. And a pie. Pies are very simple in that Gary wants donuts. All right, I'll take chocolate chip cookies off there and put donuts. I gotta redo donuts anyway, so. All right. Whiskey soaked fruit cake. You know how expensive making fruit cake is? Back before all the prices went to absolute garbage, Making something as simple as a fruitcake was running up into about $75 to $100 just for one fruitcake. And for those that think, oh my God, fruitcake is gross, have you ever had one? Have you ever had an English fruitcake that's made from scratch? Because if you say that you hate fruitcake, I bet you, Timmy's left nut, that you would actually like one that's made from scratch. Because not even the same as the ones that are in a tin, you know, the decorative tins that you take a bite out of it, it tastes like tin because of all the brandy in there has leached out whatever lead was in the tin into the cake. And but really they're really good if they're made from scratch. And I had a client who around the holidays would have me make all these freaking fruit cakes for her parties, and they were done like a wedding cake. They were like several different sizes all stacked on top of each other. And you didn't even need to use dowels for it because they're so dense that as long as you put some icing down in between the layers, they would just stay put because they're so dense. So you didn't have to use that. I used one dowel just to make sure that that it didn't slide off the table. So I could just see an earthquake happening and we would end up losing a fruit cake. But each tier was anywhere from $75 to $100 to make. Hey, Judy Mae Collins! I hope you're doing well. Long time no see, my darling. Much love to you. I hope you're doing well. And hey, Lance. I'm missing anybody else. This chili tastes delicious, though. Anyway, it really does smell delicious. Let's switch over to the stove. I'll show you. So it's just simmering away over here. It's starting to thicken quite a bit. Now this is going to definitely taste a lot better tomorrow. Because it always tastes better a day later. Time for Gingy to. Oh, you need a twerking Gingy. Gingy can twerk. Gingy can twerk. See, twerking Gingy. Do 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 do. That's so funny. Poor Gingy. Oh! Almost fell over and broke a hip. Where did I get him? I got him at got who? The Gingy or Tim? I picked Tim up off the side of the road at a truck stop. It was pouring down rain and I felt sorry for him. And he's been held captive ever since.
Ask me about
The gingerbread girl? Gingerbread girl came from Safeway. I had to have her. Unfortunately, they didn't have a gingerbread boy that was dressed like a baker or a chef, so I had to just get her. Okay, so it's starting to settle at the bottom of the pot. So we're seeing that, you know, it's reduced quite a bit, about an inch down. So this is almost ready to go. By the time that our cornbread is done, this should be ready. I mean, we got some good thickness going on here. It's a little on the drippy side still. Now, if we wanted, we could throw a little bit of masa in there to help it as a thickener, but I don't want to do that. I just don't want to do that. It sure smells delicious. I love the smell of it. It's very, very forward on the beer. I'm going to throw a little bit of whiskey in there too. But it's got a little bit of tequila, so that's fine. Okay. Stephen and Jacqueline, I would love to see a Trinidad fruitcake. Hint, hint. Please make one. I would love to see it. I would really love to see that. I'm starving. See, I never used a cheesecloth on mine. I just put mine into a springform pan that was lined with a silicone liner, and I would just, you know, drizzle it every day with a little bit of rum or brandy or whatever I wanted, whatever I had on hand, and put it in the fridge. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat every day. Every day. Every day. It was so sticky. It was so sticky good. Yes, cognac. But if you can't afford cognac, just brandy will work. Sherry will work too. I love cognac. I think I actually need to add that to my grocery list. I might be running low. It is certain. How's it going?
Fine.
Okay. Alrighty, we're going to take a gander at our cornbread. Nope, not yet. All right, let's turn this down even more. We got even more bubbling happening. Look at that. If that isn't right sexy, I don't know what is. Sorry. Got a whiff of the chilies. Fruits and cherry brandy, rum, whiskey, and brandy for a year. Ooh. Yeah, that's one thing I can't find. I actually went to a couple places looking for Kirsch, and I could not find Kirsch, which is a cherry brandy. You need it for Black Forest cake. Good night, Brandon. Have a good night. Homemade cornbread is pretty simple. It's baking powder, cornmeal, flour, sugar, eggs, buttermilk, butter, salt. It's just that it's just too much. It's just too much for me sometimes. So when I'm doing something, it's like I don't mind buying that out of a container. I really don't. You can also take creamed corn, a can of creamed corn, and add to it. You can also throw jalapenos in there, cheese, and honey. Oh, you also need some sugar in it. Mexican cornbread. Box of Jiffy Mix corn souffle. You know, I used to have to make a corn souffle at one of the last places I worked at for seniors, and I used to hate that. Because my oven was so bad. It was so inconsistent. I don't know what it is about inconsistent ovens in senior living, but this is like the 4th senior living community that I've worked at where I've had problems with the oven being inconsistent. And now I've got 2 ovens that are inconsistent, but I have a brand new oven that's sitting in the dry storage just waiting to be installed. And I don't think it's ever going to get installed. I think it's just going to sit back there and just do nothing. I have to, it's on a skateboard of sorts, and so we have to wheel it around all over the damn dry storage just to get to certain areas in the dry storage, just to move it out of the way so we can do stuff. And it's like, got this corporate guy in right now, and I mentioned it to him. I said, look, I have a lot of concerns about, whether or not we're going to be able to execute a holiday dinner for 200 people with the current state of our ovens. Neither of them work properly. It's like, how can you have bacon that's burnt and raw at the same time? And he looks at me, and I'm like, exactly. But I'm being dead serious. So then I mentioned we got this brand new oven that we've been wheeling around all over the floor back there. It's just been sitting back there since I've been here, and when's that going to get installed? So he's looking into it. Cooked with a trivection oven. No, I've not. Now you got me intrigued. Okay, Gary, what is a trivection oven? If you say microwave, we're not gonna have a conversation beyond that. Oh, convection. Okay. Yeah, I'm ready for a bowl of chili too, Tiger, but I'm just waiting on my cornbread. Damn things. This is really thickening up nice. It's really reducing a lot. Yeah, see, we don't even have a rational at work. We don't have that. And it sucks because I would love to have one. Oh, thermal convection. It has some microwave. Yeah, see, no, I don't do microwave. You know what my microwave does? The one that's above my stove? It holds Ziploc bags and my rolls of aluminum foil and plastic wrap. And sometimes it heats up soup that's leftovers. Oh, Tiger. Well, you know, if I ever make you chili, Tiger, when you're back up in this neck of the woods, I'll make sure that I make biscuits. Well, you only live once, Brandon. You only live once. So I honestly, honest to goodness, it's full of stuff and bread. And bread. It's just extra storage. I really want to, once when I get a kitchen remodel, I want to get a nice hood here and, do something with this over here. This is where the original wood burning stove used to be, right here in this little alcove. And it'd be nice to actually do something with this. I don't know if, I don't even know this. I don't know, because this is hollow right here. This is where the original door was, I think. And he just tacked up, they just closed it off, I believe. I don't know. But my ceiling is blue, by the way. Gonna give Timmy crap for that one for the rest of his life.
Do something productive.
Well, I'm reading here, Timmy. I watched the show where they said that if you split a grape down the middle into a V shape and microwaved it, it would arc current and start a fire. I did not believe it, so I did it at work, of course. And so did it happen? Did it arc or did it not arc? Because I bet you just about anything, any kind of fruit or vegetable, if cut like that with the right amount of liquid, and it would probably have the same result or a similar result. You believe it will? Okay. Brandon, did it arc? Now you got me wondering about that. Now I'm going to have to go buy some grapes. Security tags on expensive bread. Okay, Katie, I got to hear about this one. Katie just said security tags on expensive bread. Are they actually putting anti-theft tags on bread down in your neck of the woods? That's why I don't want to move to Texas. Of course, they haven't done that just yet here, but you never know. All right, let's put that on there for the moment. We're going to check this out, see how it's doing. Been in there for a while. Yes, it is done. Take a gander at our pot roast too while we're at it. Yeah, it's got quite a ways to go. All right. It does smell delightful though. All right. Let's get ourselves a bowl. And get ourselves some food. So we got our chili. Always stir from the bottom up. That way anything that's settled on the bottom gets brought back up to the top. Some of the things that you can do with chili is chili cheese baked potatoes, chili dogs, chili this, chili that. chili this and chili that. Chili omelets. And now we got our cornbread. Nice and light and fluffy. Put it right there. It's got a nice browned crust on the bottom. Not horribly browned, but browned nonetheless. And then we got a daddy size. All right. Of course, butter. And there we have it. We got chili and cornbread for Prepping for Heaven collab. Now, two other things that we use for our chili when we go to garnish our chilies, we like cheese and we like sour cream. Of course, you got to have cheese and sour cream, right? Yeah, I almost hate to cover it all up, but it's okay. So y'all have to come back later for the short on the pot roast, because it's got quite a ways to go yet. All right. I like diced onions with mine too, but not tonight. A little bit of sour cream. Now, what I do have when I want some onions, but I don't quite want some onions, is some freeze-dried chives. Just like so. All right. And so let's go to the top camera and take a lookie. Top camera? We're on the top camera? Okay. There we go. Oh, delicious. And of course, cornbread. Nice and fluffy and not overcooked. Alrighty, Roo. Munchie Mafia. That is chili for our weekly meal prep. We're going to be eating chili for days. We're going to be eating pot roast for days. We're going to be eating fat and sassy for days. That's all there is to it. It's so good. So, anyhow, Munchie Mafia.
We gotta do
our show up for shout out spinoff, and I think Timmy's got the names all done. Yes, PFH collab. I think I forgot to add the tag to the title, so I'll have to go and edit it back in there. Oh, mother hummer. Oh, hot. Oh, God, that's good. Just a perfect amount of heat. Did we freeze?
All right. Everybody's name there.
Oh, no, it's black. Okay, so check your names. I'm going to read them off. We got Canadian Family Life, Greg Johnson, Ace Howdy, Brandon of Palm Beach, Mishy, Devil Dog, Tuber Chat, Yes I Can Barbecue, Katie, Daz, Bulldogs, Desert Living, Chilling with David. Oh!
Yes, he was here.
Hi, David. I'm not sure if you're still here, but say hi to Pam. for me. Hello, Pam. Elfish, Budget Bonsai, Stephen and Jacqueline, Sleeper Barbecue, Daddy Dutch, Sifting Soil, Judy May, YouTube Police, aka Belt Loop, aka I've lost track. 29. Dumb Moose. Did we get Double Dog in there? Did I say Double Dog?
Yeah, he's here.
Oh, there he is. Oh, I got it spelled wrong.
Yep.
Devil DPG. Okay. Do we have everybody?
Everybody there?
I believe so.
All right. Away we go.
And away we go.
Bulldog.
Bulldog. Okay. All right. Congratulations. So what that means is on the next show up for shout out, the song and all that other stuff is going to be added to the outro. Oh, Tiger. So congratulations. Cornbread is delicious. Anyhow, Munchie Mafia, it is that time. And you know how much we really hate to say goodbye, so we're just going to have to say a fond goodnight and a sad little toodaloo. And don't forget to cook with love and eat with passion. Thanks for coming, and you guys have a wonderful evening and the rest of the week. See you very soon. Good night.
Well, Munchie Mafia, it is that time. We really hate saying goodbye. So let's just say a fond good night, or even a sad little toodaloo. Perhaps even a till next time, maybe even a tata for now. We'll be here or on Off Topic Squirrel, because Bucci needs love too. It's been really fun with all our friends, no matter if you're old or you're new. So before you let that door slam behind you, fondle that like button lovingly and go back to your life as it were before you hit that play button on YouTube. If you haven't yet subscribed to Munchie Mafia Official, now is that time. What's stopping you? While you're still here on YouTube, please check in on our friend Lance. He has a wonderful barbecue channel. Check his channel out. Sleeper Barbecue grills to gills. Learn the 150 ways to prepare and grill a koi, or how to deep fry a school of basmati rainbow fish to absolute perfection with a side of cherry shrimp etouffee. Thanks for coming, and please remember, as you are in your very own kitchen and cooking for your family, community, and friends, to always cook with love and always eat with passion. Unless it has Twizzlers in it, whoever suggested that is going to hell. As Chef Sivi says, stir up some magic. Whiskey whisk and a little mischief. Bakey bake a little mystery with a spinning wheel of misfortune. We really hate saying goodbye, so let's just say a fond good night, or even make a little mystery with the spinning wheel of misfortune. We really hate saying goodbye, so let's just say a fond good night, or even a sad little toodaloo. Perhaps even until next time, maybe even a tata for now. We'll be here or on Off Topic Squirrel, because Bucci needs love too.